In 6 months, Bitcoin will become the scarcest asset in human history. Stock-to-flow measures an asset's scarcity. Gold has had the highest stock-to-flow of any asset on Earth since the formation of this planet 4.5 billion years ago. There is a total supply of around 200,000 tons of gold that has ever been mined. However, there are around 3,000 tons of gold that are mined every year. Therefore, the stock-to-flow ratio of gold is stock-to-flow of gold 200,000 tons 3,000 tons per year 66. Currently, Bitcoin has a stock-to-flow ratio of 63. Stock-to-flow of Bitcoin before 2024 having 21 million BTC 328,500 BTC per year 63. However, after the next halving in 6 months' time, Bitcoin's stock-to-flow will be 127. Stock-to-flow of Bitcoin after 2024 having 21 million BTC 164,250 BTC per year 127. Bitcoin's stock-to-flow ratio won't just exceed that of gold's. It will double it, making Bitcoin by far the scarcest asset planet Earth has ever known. This is a once in 4.5 billion year event. The implications for humanity are unfathomable. April 2024 will go down in history as the moment humanity changed forever, and history students 1,000 years from now will study this event the way we study the discovery of calculus by Isaac Newton. Hopium, straight into my veins, please. If it's the scarcest asset tomorrow, then it's the scarcest asset today. Just because something is scarce doesn't make it valuable. Any particular person's brain can't be replicated and is therefore max scarcity. Same with individual companies, etc. There are collector cars that only have thousands or hundreds made that are far more scarce. There are historic artifacts that are far more scarce. Historic landmarks owned by people who profit by making them museums, etc. are more scarce. I get what you're trying to say, but you need to add some qualifiers here. I'm starting to think everyone investing in BTC is doing heavy trips of acid. I can see through the universe, man. And it's all math. It's all digital. It's all vibrational frequencies. Bitcoin spans it all, man. From energy to digital to material. Bitcoin is the universe, man. Bitcoin is God's voice. Meanwhile, liquidity dries up and BTC drops to $15,000 and people shit their pants and blame the SEC or someone for suppressing price. There are tons of shit coins with lower inflation than Bitcoin, including Vitalik's shitcoin, which is even deflationary at times. While having a low inflation is great, and having it even lower is greater. This scarcest asset in human history is a retard meme easily disprovable. Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. Scarcity is not everything. Plenty of shitcoins were created that had even better S2F than Bitcoin. It's higher. You let numerator is all the BTC possible, not the mined supply. But the gold numerator is the mined supply. The BTC numerator should be 19 million something. As much as I'm for, topics like this do nothing but make us look like maxi idiots. IDK man, what about black lotuses? The stock-to-flow ratio is infinite. Bookmarked. Will text you in 6 months. This bucket of sand I brought back from the beach is also, in a relative sense, the scarcest asset in human history. Context is important. I get the argument, but I'm also like, meh, more hopium. Sharp as a pebble. Your title is enough for me to agree without the rest of the context. Nonsense. Many assets are more scarce than Bitcoin. Renoir paintings. 1965 Shelby Cobras. Original copies of the Declaration of Independence, Apollo space capsules and baseballs signed by Hank Aaron are just a handful of examples of assets more scarce than Bitcoin, of which nearly 2 quadrillion exist. Hyperbolic titles like this are ridiculous. Op's last paragraph sounds very drama queeny to me. Again, the devs can soft fork Bitcoin tomorrow so that no more coins are added. And if miners and ecosystem follow, there will be no more inflation and Bitcoin will be capped at 19.5 million coins tomorrow, and I guess that would make stock to flow infinity. So what? Will everyone be rich next week? The work still needs to be done to make Bitcoin the mostest awesomest it can be. Work. Stop over glorifying these numbers. Lol, okay dude. More scarce than the laurel wreath used by Julius Caesar? Or dinosaur fossils? Kids and hyperbole so fascinating. Shush, I'm not done stacking pouting. I'm going to come so hard. Yeah, this smells good, sniffs hopium. Only 2 scarce assets in this world, time and BTC. Where I live, housing has a stock to flow of 200. Very few new houses are built. More scarce than the one-off Wu-Tang album purchased by Martin Shkreli? I don't think so. Stock to flow stopped reading here. Seminize me. What a nonsense post. All the having blah blah in the past 14 years were due to bull market in economy. Gosh, these posts are so pointless. The hype is over. Stop posting this crap. It already is the scariest asset in human history. It scares governments, central banksters, media outlets. Google won't allow Bitcoin advertising. And the people are afraid of it because they don't understand it. And the MSM and SEC are trying to keep the people in the dark about how great Bitcoin is for the world. Bitcoin value will be higher in 6 months. But the impact of Bitcoin is already legendary. All true. But too few people understand, so it is not that useful. Now you only need that too many people want that scarce good, and that's it. Gem, open hands, light skin tone, rocket, full moon. It'll still be another 5 years before that's true. In 6 months Bitcoin will become as scarce as real estate. Scariest asset as well. Man, this sub has the biggest set of optimists I've ever seen on Reddit. You can divide Bitcoin infinitely. Everyone can get some Bitcoin. Price will go up but supply will never be low. This just shows you don't understand Bitcoin at all. It already is, most people just haven't realized it yet. You know, if cryptocurrency does indeed become integral to society, we could all just use a different one. One we can afford. There's a lot of them out there. Whether Bitcoin or fiat money, they are a game designed to zero. Trust or credit are most valuable. And money is backed by the credit of government or our economy as a whole. What is Bitcoin backed by? And nobody will care. GL op. This has got to be satire. Tears of joy. It already is. Will this make a huge difference and put BTC back on top? Scariest asset? NVM, my brain, lol. Okay. What about 14M 164,250.85.23? Is that how we hope? Less available because it's lost. Lowers the value based on this model? Digital asset. The scarcest assets are single pieces of art. Like the Mona Lisa. People are now buying and selling shares of high-priced art, so it fills your fungibility and other requirements. You are technically wrong. Which is the worst kind of wrong? Oh come on, you are being overly dramatic with your last paragraph. After that, people will buy it at any price. I am having boner.